The show I have been telling everyone about this fall is English Teacher. It is so funny. It's so original. It's on FX. I'm talking with one of the stars himself, Enrico Colantoni. So thank you for chatting with me and give us a brief background. What's English Teacher all about?
What is it about? It's about a good time. It's about laughter and love. It's all that. But you want a basic synopsis,
Yeah,
Trevor?
why not?
A very liberal teacher teaching in a very conservative state, and dealing with a lot of current weaponized politics and weaponized identity politics, and how a teacher and an educational system has to maneuver around a very savvy, strong-minded student body, and it's very. I know I've already heard rumblings that real teachers who watch this show have become triggered and can't watch it because it's so close to home.
So
But
funny that real teachers.
it's like, well, I guess we're doing something right.
Yeah, you're obviously doing something right based on all the critical acclaim and the audience reception to this. Your character is obviously this main teacher's boss, the principal. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, I play a man named Grant Moretti. He's the principal, and he really comes from a place of, he comes from an old school mentality of like, I'm the teacher, you're the student, but the world has changed. And then there's a young teacher like Evan who's a crusader and really wants to change the world, and especially being a liberal-minded person operating within a very conservative state like Texas. And so he's got a thing about wanting to affect change. And Moretti's like, easy, you're going to get us all fired. You're going to get us all canceled. It's not going to happen. You can't do that. I love you. I think what you're saying is great. It's great, but you can't do it. And so he's at constant odds with Evan, who wants to do that. And Moretti's just like, literally, he has no hair left to pull out. But it's great. It's smart. It's so smart and current and funny and heartwarm, and the warmth of these characters who just, you think that they would clash. You think that these characters would really clash. But what makes this show so special is that they all care very much about each other. They really do care. Yeah.
And this teacher you're mentioning is the showrunner, the lead actor, Brian Jordan Alvarez, who just came up with this brilliant show. What's it like working with him and getting asked to be on this show?
Well, it's a combination, because although, I thank Brian for letting me ride his coattails on the show. There's such a team behind him, that brilliant writers and producers and directors. So the whole, so I'm going to give Brian all the credit, 100%, that he created an environment that is just open to collaboration, that is completely safe to be creative and explore, and there's no judgment. There's just anything goes, and it's just like, I mean, I love how they will use mistakes, visible mistakes in the language in a scene, and they'll use it in the final episode. They want it real. They want it authentic. They're just open to it, and that's so refreshing to work around. And Brian, sometimes you're working off camera with Brian. You're in a scene with him, right? And you'll say something that'll make him laugh, and it's just like, dude, you can't be laughing. You're in the scene with me. But he's just sitting back, enjoying every moment of it. That he forgets that he's supposed to be acting with me, but he's just laughing, and he's just like having a great time. And it's just like, I love that, man. Oh my God, it's so much fun to go work with those guys. And they're and his relationship with Stephanie is just like, oh my God, it's like watching. I've said this before. It's like watching Gracie and Burns. They just have such a shorthand, and they're so comfortable with each other. I could just watch them riff all day. It's just lovely. It's just lovely
I
to
mean,
watch.
it's all of you that put this ensemble together. It's so fun to watch all of you. And I love, my favorite parts are when all of you are together in this spotlight. And in this next episode, the 7th episode called Convention, you all get to go on this convention and your character gets kind of his own storyline in this. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, he gets, I think it's always fun to see characters that are in a familiar environment like the school. That's where all the juicy stuff happens. But then you remove them from that environment and you put them in neutral territory. You get to see their humanity. You get to see what they're really like without the pressures of their workday. So this is a convention, a teacher's convention, where, Evan starts off all excited. We're in a hotel, we got buffet, and then the reality of how difficult teachers have it in the education system. And there's one funny line was like, teachers are now encouraged to find a second full-time job. It's like, what? I still laugh at that line. We're encouraged to find a second full-time job. And it's like, and then slowly you realize, oh my God, they're just like, but Moretti rises above it. He's been around enough to know what makes a good teacher, and that's being a good person. And it doesn't matter. All that stuff is just, you're going to just keep showing up, and because you love doing it, because you're a man of integrity, Evan. And that's beautiful to me, to play a character who really comes from, because I love what I do. I love what I do. I want to die doing what I do. And I bring that to what Moretti believes in. It's just like, I'm a teacher. This is what I do. It's like all that shit, all that stuff, underpaid, you get vilified, you get scrutinized, but I love doing what I love doing. And that's what Evan is. That's who Evan and Gwen are, all of them, even even the Carmen character. I forget, don't quote me on that, but yeah, anyway. Yeah.
I can tell you as an audience member, I love watching English Teacher, and I'm no doubt in my mind that it's going to be renewed for a second season. Where do you hope your character goes in a second season, or what kind of storyline are you hoping that the principal takes?
Well, it's always fun to see characters outside of their comfort zone, right? And I know there are suggestions that he's not very happy at home. So we'll see how he manages that. Maybe he's got, a couple of kids that aren't easy to manage, and how he deals with that. That would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun to see that part of him. And in this 7th episode, you also get a fun back and forth with Sean Patton's character, Marky, the gym teacher, who it's like, I don't want to give too much away about the episode, but it's like, well, are you or aren't you guys going to be feuding at this point? What's that like with him?
Sean and Carmen are, I mean, they're masterful. They're comedians, right? They're just they can't not think in funny terms. So it took me a while to just sort of understand that, because I come from a classically trained background, and I did Chekhov and Shakespeare. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't understand the comic's mind necessarily. So watching them work is just like, after a while, you just sit back and you just watch them go. You just watch them go. You just forget that you're in a scene. They just go off, and they just go off, and they'll go off. So you learn. Moretti begins to accept them for who they are. You know what I mean? Automatically, I'm going to bring that to my character and deal with the actors the way my character would, and just like, I'm gonna just let them be who they are and find an appreciation for what they're doing. And they're magnificent, and they're so much fun to watch and work with. But I learned so much from these guys, and just how quick. If not for writers, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. I rely so heavily on what's on the page. But,
bring it to the screen as well. I can tell you as an audience member, it's the best ensemble show of the fall. I can't wait to see more of The English Teacher, and make sure you watch it Monday nights at 10 p.m. on FX, streaming the next day on Hulu. Thanks so much, Enrico.
Thanks, Trevor. Good to meet you.
You as well. Thank you. It's hard to believe that the first season of English Teacher is wrapping up right now. It's one of the best shows on TV. I can't wait for people to, if they haven't seen it, to see it. I'm talking with one of the stars, Sean Patton. He plays the gym teacher. So tell us more about your character.
Hi, Marky Hillridge, the all-American, just sort of bumbling goof. I wouldn't even call him a goofball. He's pretty serious, but a lot of the things he does come across very silly. He's everybody. Everybody has a Marky in their life. I've said it a bunch of times. He's like a lot of my uncles and cousins mixed into one person. Doing his best, but ringing a few bells on the way there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a fun guy to play.
He's very fun to watch on screen too. And what was the audition process like to get this character who, obviously knowing when you're auditioning, you don't know what this show is going to be, that now it's this critically acclaimed show. Everyone loves it. What was that like?
I mean, the moment I got the audition to read, I was reading, I was on the subway. I was in New York. I was reading it on the train. I was like, this is good. This is so good. It's one of those you didn't want. You don't want to let yourself get too excited for it, because you're like, you never know. It's the process, and I guarantee they are auditioning other people, and you just want to do it the best you possibly can and make them want to cast no one else but you. That's what you want, and that's what happened. But it was an awesome process, and then getting to meet the first time Evan, Brian. There you go. First time Marky and I. That's me. First time Brian and I read as Evan and Marky, it was just apparent. It was like clear. It was very like, oh, this is a vibe. This is a thing. This feels real, and that's what I love about their relationship, is that it's real. I've had so many teachers reach out to me, and I'm sure this has happened to Brian more so on social media and whatnot, just being like, not only are you guys nailing what it's like to teach kids today, but also you're nailing what it's like to work with other coworkers, to other teachers. So I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Because I think we could all think of when we were in high school, we were in school, you think of, you noticed which teachers liked each other and which didn't, and which had, more tumultuous relationships than others. So I think it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Shows are super fun to talk about school in modern society, because obviously a lot of the stuff going on today wasn't around when we were in school, like these cell phones, all the different debates on gender and sexuality and everything that comes with this show. What's it like kind of getting to live that while you're in this show?
I mean, it makes me appreciate, to every teacher out there, every teacher of any grade, but every educator out there, like, keep your chin up, keep you're doing the good work. But we need you. Keep doing what you're doing, because it's got to be crazy, because some of the stuff, just the scripts you're reading it, and you're like, this is nuts. But then you realize it's also real. It's also really happening out there. You read about it. You can read dozens upon dozens of articles. I've had teachers send me chat, screenshots of their teacher chat, and you're like, wow, this is what's going on in our schools today. So it makes me just appreciate them all so much more. Anyone who doesn't just walk out, God, bless you. Stay in the classroom. We need you.
Definitely needs you. Brian Jordan Alvarez is who you're talking about, as Evan. He's the showrunner. He helped create this show. He's the star of the show. And your characters, like you said, have such a great dynamic relationship. What's that like working with him?
Oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. He radiates talent. Like I said this earlier, he radiates talent. So even if you suck, he makes you better. And there's so many, and he's such a good actor. And he can just sort of he can just click right into it. It's amazing. It's insane to watch. It's inspiring. He's so quick, and the show. It's his vision. And when you work with someone, I mean, him and Steph, they've been working together for years. And Jonathan Kreisel, the director, of a bunch of episodes, and he's amazing. And Paul Sims, who produced it all. I mean, it was this perfect storm of brilliant minds that came together. Brian is, the world's got to be ready for this guy. Because, you're talking breakout star. I mean, he's already a star in his own right, but I mean, that guy's he's gonna do levels and levels of things. It's being in the presence of greatness, and it's really, really wild. It's awesome. Like, I can't, like, I would walk off, we'd do a scene and I'd walk off and just be a little, like, damn, I got the chills, man. He's so good. And like I said, I hope the world's ready, because that guy, I mean, him and Stephanie, they're gonna take over. Be prepared.
We're all prepared. It's one of the best ensemble shows on TV. You all collectively are so great and make each other better. And one of my favorite scenes, I'll give a little tease, but I don't want to spoil too much about the finale, is your character at the bar meeting someone he went to high school with. We've all been there where it's like, wait a second, you're gay, but you don't seem gay, but it's so relatable. It's not the typical stereotypes that we see on TV, yet this guy is so comfortable in his own skin. What was that scene like to film?
I love that you said that, because that's one of my favorite scenes. And no, you nailed it. I mean, what I love, there's so many things I love about the writing on this show, specifically my lines, but also everyone else's. No, but like, such a wonderfully written show. But that's the main thing, is they avoid, steer clear of stereotypes and cliches and any of that. Like, everything's real, and they find and even when we were filming it, it was like this. Man, I love that this isn't just a
very cliche moment. It's like you nailed it. We've all had that moment. Maybe it wasn't while you're at a gay biker bar, but like you've had that moment, and so that was fun as hell to play, because you're just tapping into an experience you've already lived and just kind of elevating it, and that was and I wish I could remember the actor's name. Damn it, the guy who he was so good. He was so funny, so good, and like right away it was just like, yep, we're both tapped into what this moment is. It isn't like, oh, let's find it. Nope, it's already here. It's already here, and we're in it. So it was awesome to film. Like, I love that. I'm very good. Episode 8's, yeah, yes. They're all great, but it's such a great lead up. It's so great.
It's obviously not going to be a series finale. We know it's going to get renewed for a second season. Just all the critical acclaim, everyone loving the show. Where do you hope Marky goes in the second season?
I mean, there's so many places Marky could go. All I know is this: I want to, and I think we all need to see it, because Marky does represent. I've said this before, like the gray area. You know what I mean? Like life's not black and white; it's a lot of gray. It's mostly gray, and Marky's right there in it. And I want to see, like anybody you root for, you want to see him grow, but there's going to be struggles. There's going to be mistakes. I mean, of course, I want to see. Marky's a doofus. I want him to say I want him to make unlimited mistakes going forward, and I want to see him learn from them, because that's life. That's what we all got to do in this world. You're going to mess up, and then learn from it and move forward. And don't blame anyone else. Take the blame, shoulder it, walk forward. Get stronger, because you're carrying the blame, and then next thing you know, the path is easier. I want to see that from Marky. Growth.
Growth, I will tell people, the only mistake people are making is if they have not watched English Teacher. Make sure you watch it Monday nights on FX, streaming the next day on Hulu. Thanks so much, Sean.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you.